Hey guys, welcome back to Rams franchise. We got a little bit of an update. Last week, obviously, we lost, but it is preseason. We're trying to figure out how these guys are going to play, who's going to earn the starting role, who's going to end up coming back in the remaining seasons that we have on the Rams franchise here. A lot of that stuff's going to be figured out throughout this year, but a lot of the hedge work is being done here in the preseason. We do actually have a trade, and this is not my trade. So the Packers decided to go ahead and let's move over to trades here. They traded for Hunter Henry. So Hunter Henry and oh wait, no. Okay. So just for Hunter Henry, the Packers traded Romeo Dobbs and a 5th round pick, which I thought that was very interesting. In real life, I don't think the Packers are trading Romeo Dobbs. I've heard he's been doing really well in the preseason. Not in the preseason, but in the the before the season even starts. Training camp. There we go. He's doing really well in training camp in real life. So I don't think they'd trade Romeo Dobbs, let alone give them a 5th round pick for Hunter Henry, of all people. But very interesting. Packers making moves. Is it time? Justin Jefferson has been a top 5 receiver for 3 straight years. Is this the season he will finally break the 2,000 yard mark? It's a fantastic question. I hope so in real life. That would be really nice, and I hope to see that. I know I just got done watching the Vikings game, and we definitely lost that. But Jefferson did have 140 yards, give or take. So he did pretty well. Yeah, so obviously we don't want to lose against Bucks, but hey, it is what it is. All right, and then also, as I mentioned last episode, we are going to look to see what Nick Foles can do. I think he's going to have a full half, and then we're going to have Carson Wentz backing him up to have the other half. We want to see what these two veterans can do. I don't think Stetson Bennett is going to be the starter. He very well still could be, but I want to see these two guys get some reps. And Nick Foles didn't get any reps last game, and Carson Wentz only got first 2 drives. 2 drives. I think we went 3 and out both drives. So yeah, that's pretty much the only change we're going to make on the depth chart wise. We're going to see how this game goes. We're going to see who plays well again. Let's hop into this game. I already did the weekly strategy. I did that. I just assumed you guys didn't want to see it. I'll probably mix it in throughout the coming games, you know, every now and then showing you just a few little training videos, but you know, maybe as a little intro. But for the most part, I think it can get pretty repetitive. Overall, I appreciate that it is a thing in the game, and I do enjoy a good amount of them. The receiver ones, I enjoy being a receiver and trying to get the defensive back kind of lost on the field. That's just a good feeling, honestly. So I do enjoy some of them. I think some of them could get revamped, but I'm thankful that we have them now. Well, have them again. I know. A lot of people are like, oh, we had that back in '08 Madden or '07 Madden. And it's like, yeah, but like, what are we going to do? Are we going to be mad? Are we going to be upset that they finally add them back in? No, I decided I'm going to be happy. I'm going to be happy that they're actually making improvements to this game for first time in what seems like a long time. So, but here we go. Nick Foles is going to be starting, and it looks like the Raiders are going to be returning here. We are at SoFi Stadium, so hopefully we can pull out a W here, and we're going to get started most likely with the touchback kick. And he doesn't pull it out, so we are going to be starting on defense. Working against Jimmy Garoppolo is his first season with the Raiders. That was probably really cheesy, but he is a pretty decent quarterback, honestly. You know, he's not the kind of guy that you go out and get a first round pick for. But I am also shocked that San Francisco just never, like, kept him. Because ultimately, you can say, yes, he's not that great of a player, which is true, but ultimately, his winning percentage with San Fran, I mean, it's something to consider, right? There's quarterbacks that don't necessarily put up great stats, but they could be worth keeping solely because they can get the first downs when you need them. Looks like they're running a little drag combo here, and Devontae Adams is going to take it for 10 yards there. Should have seen that coming, but hey, let's see if we could get some blitzes in here. Kind of forget the status of my defense. So, okay, and Garoppolo's missing right there. He kind of had a guy open, so I'm thankful for that miss. We'll say that. But again, we're going to kind of bring another blitz package here. And looks like they're going to run with Josh Jacobs, and I missed the hole, but thankfully Fuller is there to cover up for my crappy user abilities. So 3rd and 8, let's see. I'm going to guess pass. Let's see if we can stop him. There we go. He's going to pass it to the outside, and we push him out. Good job by Durant. Durant showed up a good amount last game, and I think he is, you know, ultimately he's been one of the the defensive backs that show up a good amount for us so far. So I think he's doing well on his way with getting a starting role. And he's out there with the first team defense. So in this case, I guess it would be keeping a starting role. But our offense is heading out. Nick Foles at the helm. Let's see. We're going to hit him with a play action and try and get Hopkins on the sideline. Oh, just outside of his reach. Nick Foles, not a terrible pass. We tried to get up and over that linebacker dropping. We're going to come back out in another pass. I'm going to ask Jefferson to go on a slant. It appears like, yeah, we're going to hit Jefferson. It looks like man coverage there, so that's why we did that. And it is going to be 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6, we're back in the shotgun. I like this. Yeah, I can't even motion him. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's see what we can do with this. Hit Akers on the angle route, and we are going to get the first down. Nick Foles, 2 for 3, 12 yards. So far, we're not doing too bad. Nick Foles is, you know, like I say, he's made some solid passes. We're going to give it to Akers, and kind of a weird little blocking setup we had there. Yeah, not too sure why the left guard decided he was going to take the guy on the far outside as opposed to a guy like right in front of him. I think it would have made more sense for him. And, oh, there we go. Nick Foles to Tutu Atwell. It would have made more sense for him to drive up the field. And Tutu Atwell. Atwell? Atwell? Oh, goodness. I need to look up how to say these names. But he catches it for a gain of 12. Nick Foles back in the shotgun again. We're going to run trap with Cam Akers, and he's got some room. Cam Akers gets 8 yards. So far, the offense with Nick Foles is looking pretty solid. Granted, we are facing the Raiders defense, which isn't necessarily known for being great, but they do have 2 great edge players. And we're going to give it to Cam Akers again. He's going to break a tackle. So, Cam Akers, 3 for 16 already. He's doing well. I think he's going to be a pretty big staple of our offense this year. But yeah, we're going to look to hit them with the play action. We're in a single back. We're going to hit play action, roll out, and Higbee is wide open, and Nick Foles just could not hit him on the money. That is unfortunate. Higbee may have even taken that into the end zone there. Yeah, I mean, it was a great route concept and everything. He was butt booty naked in the middle of the field. Um, but just is what it is. We're gonna run slants here with Nick Foles. See if we can hit Akers on the side, and he is going to drop that ball. Chandler Jones in coverage over there, and that honestly played more reason as to why we decided to try and target him, because Chandler Jones, fantastic player, but not necessarily known for his ability to pass cover. So, yeah, this is going to be interesting. We're motioning Higbee over. I'm hoping we can get Jefferson on the in, and we're going to throw it straight to Divine Diablo. He does not catch it, and that is going to be 4th and 10. We're going to walk away with a field goal here, assuming I can hit it. I've never been the best at these things, but assuming I can hit it is up and is good. So, not terrible. We stopped the Raiders their first drive, and we got a field goal on our first drive. So far it's a net win. Let's see what we can do on defense. I'm assuming this is going to be another touchback. All right, here we go. Jimmy Garoppolo down. We're going to send a little bit of a zone blitz package here. Hopefully, they're going to throw it out to Hunter Henry on a little quick screen. It was an RPO screen. It looked like a stretch and a little quick screen on the backside there. Hunter Henry breaks the tackle and gets 6 yards out of the play. So, I mean, can't blame it. We're going to go man. We're going to try and do a cover one robber here. And Hunter Henry again on the outside. Witherspoon not keeping up with Hunter Henry, who is White Lightning Jr., if you will. So, the White Lightning that's starting in the NFL, we'll say. But we'll come out and cover 2 here, see if we can maybe stop them, and they're going to hit that flat. Jimmy Garoppolo hitting that flat. Gain of 7 yards. So far, not doing great for us, and is going to go into the second quarter. Starters should still be out. Score is 3-0, and the Raiders are starting to put together a pretty solid drive here. But we can stop that if we just put a little bit more effort into it. I'm sure that's the answer. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Devontae Adams is wide open. 20-some yards down the field. That play action got me. I'm not going to lie. That play action got me. But it still wasn't the zone I was covering. We had a zone over there, and he was backed up 30-some odd yards. And we are going to throw it over to Witherspoon, and he lays out to get that down. And so that's been pretty good. Pretty good. Good job, Witherspoon. Way to make up for it. Gosh, Garoppolo is doing an audible at the line of scrimmage, and he's probably gonna get Devontae Adams out there for a gain of 9.5. It looks like they're gonna spot him at 3rd and inches. And after Devontae's big play, we're gonna go ahead guess middle, by the way. But after his big play, oh crap, get up, Brooks, someone, okay. Sorry, if you weren't paying attention, Jimmy Garoppolo just got sacked, fumbled, and Bryce Young, the rookie, is going to pick it up and take it all the way back for a touchdown. I said Bryce Young, it's Byron Young, rookie out of Tennessee, and wow, that was fantastic job by Jones. Jones getting the strip sack. Me and my terrible user really slacking. But we're going to get a touchdown out of that anyways, and I mean, you can't complain. Can't complain. We got Ben, don't break defense. And Garoppolo coming back out already so soon, and my defense is probably feeling a little exhausted. We're going to show a blitz on the right side, but we're going to stay in man. Man's been working decently well for us. He's going to hit a flat. Josh Jacobs is going to make a play. He's going to break 2 tackles, but he's going to be caught behind the line. 2nd and 14. Fuller is coming from his safety position and just lays the boom on Jacobs, and that is going to be a loss of 4. So far, doing pretty well. Again, we're going to fake like we're blitzing here, and we're going to drop into cover 1, and Josh Jacobs is going to get a gain of about 8 yards, I want to say, on the halfback draw. Is 3rd and 7 now, and we are going to play some zone and guess pass. And Garoppolo's looking, he's rolling out to his left and just bombs it to the right for a gain of 30-some yards. That was amazing. Jacoby Myers on the catch. And look at that pass right there by Jimmy Garoppolo. See what I mean? How can the 49ers not sign that guy? He's looking like Patrick Mahomes. Just a play you never would have thought Jimmy Garoppolo would have made. But yeah, beautiful play on 3rd down, and they're going to pass again. And Garoppolo, if that was on target, if he didn't overthrow that, I think that would have been a user pick right there. Not going to lie. I think I covered that really well. And, yeah, they're going to pass again. And for some reason, I held back on my blitz. Then I went and I roughed the passer. Well, he bombed it up to Davante Adams. Davante Adams came down with it. And there is a timeout on the field as well. So that, oh, it looks like Davante Adams might be injured. And they're going to hit a toss with Jacobs. And Jacobs is going to gain, I want to say, about 3 yards on the toss. It is 2nd and goal, guys. After my notorious mess ups, quite frankly. They're going to go ahead, run a zone with Jacobs, and it goes nowhere. It is 3rd and goal. We are going to make Garoppolo show us that he can get them in, and they are in a way different formation than us, and we are going to stop Jacobs on another zone to the right. And it looks like they're going for it. They're in I form close, and we're going to, again, come out in the same stuff that we've been coming out in. And hopefully we can stop them. Let's see here. It's a play action. And Garoppolo has all day. And he's going to throw a pick straight to Byron Young. Byron Young with 92 speed running down the sideline. And it is looking as though he's going to get a pick six, a 100-yard pick six. And look at that. 2 touchdowns on the day for Byron Young. 2 touchdowns. He is really pulling together why he has the number 0. Because he gives 0. You can insinuate what I was about to say. But he comes in clutch with a pick 6. And so far, Byron Young is outscoring our offense here. Just one guy outscoring our offense. And he did a great job there. Great job looking to kind of bait Garoppolo into that pick. And like I said, he has that speed, and he just took it to the house. And especially with Davante Adams not on the field, Hunter Renfrow was probably not catching Byron Young. And here we are again. It is 17-0. Garoppolo coming back out, and they are going to do another... Oh, man, my user is terrible, guys. They're going to do another stretch RPO soft screen on the backside, and Renfrow jukes out my user. I think my user juked out my user more than anything, and he's going to gain 12 yards, and they're at midfield already. It is the 2-minute warning. But, man, I'm sorry, I'm still riding that high from Byron Young, so they can do about anything they want right now, and I'm happy. All right, they're in empty set. Garoppolo hits underneath. Byron Young on the tackle. Gain of 4. And they're calling a hurry up here. And Garoppolo bombs it deep over to Jacoby Myers, and that is going to be out of bounds. It is 3rd and 6. And we are going to actually bring the house now, instead of faking like we're bringing the house. And hopefully we can get the sack. There we go. Lake in on the sack. And as you guys recall, Lake got a sack last game as well. He's doing really well. I believe he's the backup safety, and he gets in every now and then on certain formations in the middle of our field. They're going to punt it. We're going to try and return this punt, and we get it back to the 31. So Lake's doing fantastic for us. A minute and 30 seconds before halftime. Nick Foles has had one drive, I believe. So we really haven't been able to see what he can do. We're going to get it out to Jefferson. Jefferson catches it. Gain of 9, and he got out of bounds, which is the best part about it. So let's see what else we got here. We're going to get it out to B. Please catch that. Robinson catching it and getting out of bounds as well. 1st and 10. And that was a gain of about, I want to say, 15 yards, give or take. 14 yards on the nose. There we go. And we're doing good so far. Let's see. And we're going to hit Akers on the flat, and he's going to work up, gain 12 yards, and get out of bounds again. The way our defense is playing, we're totally fine. Totally fine with scoring an early touchdown here and trying our luck out on defense again. We're going to screen it to Akers, and 73 lets the defensive back come in. And that was only a gain of 4, but it looked like we could have had so much more there. We're going to go ahead, call a hurry up, and we're going to see. We're going to roll out, and oh, goodness, we threw a pick. We tried to make something happen when we shouldn't have. That one's on me. I just, I expect Nick Foles to make that play. No, I'm joking. I saw Garoppolo did it once, and I got excited for us. Totally fine. Our defense is back on the field, and they are gonna hit a really unique really unique play call formation and everything. Not used to seeing whatever play call that was, but good job on them. They gain about 20 yards or so. And they're gonna bomb it out to Renfro, and it's gonna be out of bounds. It's gonna be 2nd and 10 here. And so let's go ahead. We're going to do cover 2. We're going to ask Jordan Brooks to go to a deep zone here. We're going to use their Durant. And they are going to hit Renfro on the in. Good play by them. 3rd and inches is the 2nd quarter. They have 1 timeout, 24 seconds left. They're going to hit Josh Jacobs in the flat. Josh Jacobs cannot get out of bounds. It's 1st and 10. The clock is just ticking down. I think they're just going to call they're going to call a timeout and kick their field goal. We're going to ride into halftime, and we'll see you guys on the flip. And it is up, and it is... He missed the field goal. Cody Parker. Not actually Cody Parker. That looked a lot more... Was it Blair Walsh? I'm a Vikings fan, I should know, but he misses the field goal, and we're going to ride into half, and it is 17-0, and we have had half the offensive snaps they have, and not nearly as much yards. Garoppolo, look at this. Throws it, Byron Young baits him into it, and Byron Young is just way too fast for everyone else. No one's going to catch up for him. He's going to get the touchdown, and... So far, it is the Raiders 0, Byron Young 14. And we are receiving here. Now, our second team should be in here. And, we're going to see what Carson Wentz and company can provide us. Williams on the return almost gets to 25. But, yeah, we're going to see what Carson Wentz, the former MVP. Did he win MVP that one season? I'm not too sure, but we're going to see what he can provide us. We're going to come out in this formation. We're going to motion Skronix over and go ahead and run this counter with Evans on the backside. And Oh, goodness. On the backside of the play, number 21, Robertson comes in, makes a good play. Gain of 2. Not too much you can really say about that. That corner just made a good play, honestly. Let's go ahead and see. Nakua. There we go. Nakua on the flat. We audibled him into a little whip route. Confused the CPU, and we were able to get a gain of about 12 there. So far, doing well. We're in motion. Nakua across formation. We're going to say Hut. And Evans has tons of room there. That was great blocking by our team there. Evans had gaping hole right there. And maybe it's... Oh, wait. They have Max Crosby right in the middle of their defense. Interesting. All right, we're going to hit a stretch here. Evans on the stretch, and we are going to get stopped in the backfield. That tight end, Hopkins, had to work to that outside player, and he just did not, unfortunately. So, I mean, we can do a quick little breakdown if you guys want. But, so here, back in my day, we'd call this a tag. Wait, no. What would we call it? We'd call it TT or something like that for tackle tight end. And you double block here, and typically, you know, you're reading these linebackers back here, you're reading these guys, and since this is a stretch to the right, we know that this center is doing a cage block with the guard, and it's where they both hit the defensive tackle, and then I guess the way I would have done it back in the day is the guard would have actually moved to the right to get this guy because it would have been easier. We're asking that center to really come out here and, you know, he's athletic, I guess, so he can do it. But, same way, our tight end should have just chipped this guy and then moved straight to this guy right here, this safety. And that would have been ideal because we would have had we would have had a helmet for each helmet, which is great. So that's how it should have worked. Obviously not how it did work, right? So we're going to run this play, and we're going to hit. We targeted Max Crosby in the middle of the field, and he showed me why I shouldn't. And so far, the Raiders' outside linebackers pass rushing duo is showing me why I need to respect their pass coverage game. Yeah, but here we are in a very empty set. We're going to try, and oh my goodness. What? I don't even blame Carson for that. Mainly because I hit that, but that was... Wow, that was really bad. Look at the defensive ends. Just don't even get touched. Don't even get touched. And by the time I'm back on my drop, granted, like right here, I should have worked up into the pocket, but our tackles didn't even touch these guys. So it's like, what am I going to do? Well, me knowing the play that I got and that they're in like some sort of cover 3, I went ahead and I was like, well, the only option I have is this deep end. And it goes straight to Divine Diablo. He makes an athletic pick, but yeah, I mean, I really can't even blame Carson Wentz on that. That was terrible. Our tackles didn't even block. So I don't know, but we're back on defense here, second team defense, so we can see how they work. And they're gonna do a play action, and oh my goodness, number 3 is wide open for O'Connell. Who is O'Connell? Maybe this is my ignorance showing, but I have no idea who O'Connell is, the backup for the Raiders, and probably just my ignorance, honestly. It's probably someone who's pretty good, or at least a solid 2. But they're going to check down to Austin Hooper, gain 1 yard here. They're in an I form. It looks like they are going to run, but they go ahead and they do a play action, and Mathis lays a big hit on the flat route. Completely honest here, Mathis. I would have rathered you covered the flat route like you were supposed to. But anyways, they're going to go for it on 3rd and 3. They go to run a stretch, and we stop them in the backfield. Number 56 is there, and it's looking like they're going to go for it again. They are in single back formation, and we are going to try. I think they're passing it. Yep. And they run 4 verticals on my cover 2, and that was just a messy sight. O'Connell, 4 for 4, close to 50 yards now. Yeah, that was just a messy sight, boys. Not gonna lie. They're going to come back out in an I formation, just one receiver on the left side. We are gonna, oh my goodness, wow, they're really good at play action. Their play action game is great. I thought that was a run 100%. They play action, I lose my man, and they hit him in the flat and get a touchdown right away. So, I mean, we've said before that this is one of the hardest teams to have in Madden this year. And on top of that, they have to deal with my poor decision making and my crappy users. So, I mean, it's just kind of what it is, right? We're going to return here. It's preseason. Let's see if Williams can get out here and, yeah. Not much going there. So we are at the 16. And we are going to go ahead and see if Carson Wentz can bring us to the promised land. We're going to start with the stretch to Evans. And I don't understand what happened there at all on our blocking. Yeah. We're going to hit the flat now. 2 Watts. Derek Watt. And he is going to go forward, gain of 8. So he's doing pretty solid for us. I mean, we just ask him to block, but when he gets in, he makes most of it. All right, Carson Wentz, play action here. Let's see if we can roll out, and we get Skoronix open, and 21 just covers ground. Robertson just covers ground. Just stop Skoronix, and that's just the way it is, I guess. But here we go. We are in shotgun, 2nd and 10. We're gonna get it out to Nakua, and that is a perfect pass by Carson Wentz. Yeah, it's gonna be a struggle to figure out who the starting quarterback is, guys. I'll tell you that much. Carson Wentz needs to put up Stenson Bennett-like stats here this drive, and we're going to get it out to Skoronix. That's good. We got about 30 seconds before we go into the 4th quarter. We're going to run the bench. Oh, my goodness. We have a wide open, and Carson Wentz just overthrows him. Hopkins got open somehow there. It did not look like he was going to get open, but he did. Okay, we are intentionally, we're calling it deep play so we can hit something underneath here to get the yards that we need, and they're going to bring a blitz, but Hopkins on the drag catches it and takes it. A solid 15 yards is going into the 4th quarter here. We are up 17-7. And quite frankly, our offense, we've only scored 3 points on offense, but our defense is very well keeping us in the lead here. So thank you, Byron Young, for being so quick. We're going to try and run a play action here. Maybe Skoronix is open on the flat, and he's going to move up. He's going to get a gain of 12, and Skoronix is doing fantastic for us. He's been honestly one of our best receivers. He's been pretty consistently open, so I like that. Speaking of which, he's wide open on the side, and he's going to push forward for a touchdown. There we go. Skoronix getting the first touchdown. Ben Skoronix, a.k.a. White Lightning, getting the jiggy with it. Look at that. He's having fun. Wow. I did not think Skoronix could move like that, but that was a fantastic play. And he had fantastic effort at the end there to drive and pull 2 players across the end zone. So It is. I'll be honest with you. I think White Lightning's breaking the starting lineup. Who he's going to be replacing is totally going to depend on our final preseason game when we have these starters in consistently. Because in complete fairness, I really haven't seen too much of the starting receivers, or starting quote unquote, the guys who are on the first team offense. Haven't seen much of them yet. So yeah, but I think it's fair to say Skronix is going to be taking their spot, someone's spot, and they are going to hit a comeback, and he is going to take it all the way on a freaking comeback. Who is this player? Number 11 just absolutely roasted us right there. Trey Tucker. Remember the name, Trey Tucker, because we may look to get him in the future. Look at that. Catches it, breaks the tackle. And again, it's the freaking rookie of TCU giving up one-play touchdowns like it's freaking candy. Like it's government aid. Just giving it left, right, and center. But Carson Wentz, looking fired up after throwing a passing touchdown last drive. We are going to ask him to pass again. Las Vegas, we currently only have 190 some odd yards, but they have close to 300. And we're going to hit Evans on the side, and he is going to move up for a gain of 20 or so. Look at that. These flat plays are going places, guys. Zach Evans, the rookie, looking pretty solid, honestly. We're going to go ahead and give him the ball again. And he is going to have some space outside, and he's going to run across it. Oh, my goodness. Look at him. He is, oh, that's not good. Well, he takes Zach Evans, first of all, took it for like a solid 40, 50 yards on a run right there. He's looking good. But Ben Skronix just got injured. So maybe I spoke too soon about him breaking a starting lineup. We're going to throw this out. I don't trust it. But yeah, that's unfortunate. Skronix getting injured on blocking play. He dislocated his shoulder. Oh, that was really unfortunate. We didn't have a lot of receiver depth, I would say. So we may need to pick up someone in free agency, depending on how long it is. But we're going to go ahead. We're hit Williams underneath here. Gain of 5. It is 3rd and 5. We are on their 13th. So we're doing well. But yeah, hopefully by some miracle, Stronix is available by the beginning of the season. We're going to hit Nakua in the back of the end zone, and he almost gets mossed by number 0. I mean, yeah, we should kick our field goal here. We really should. But it's preseason, right? So, let's go ahead, see what we got here. And we go for it, and it's just not working. It's not working for us. So, I mean, it wouldn't be a Madden game if I didn't put us in jeopardy of losing pretty consistently. So, I mean, it's here we are, you know. Welcome to Madden. And, oh my goodness, O'Connell finally misses a pass. 6 for 7. 2 touchdowns and like 140 yards. And Devontae Adams is out on the field. What is with this Raiders team? They're scared about not winning in the frickin' regular season, so they gotta keep frickin' Devontae Adams and Max Crosby out on the field throughout all of preseason. Anyways, it's 3rd and 10. Drop pass. And let's see if we can get back there. We get a safety. We get a safety, baby. There we go. Johnson on the safety. Or it's not a safety. 10 out of 10 said safety. 10 out of 10 said safety. And they are going for it. So we're obviously gonna send the house and then try and get them here. And we're gonna swat that ball away. They just went for it on 4th and 20 something. Wow. Okay. Well, I guess it's a little bit better than a safety. Naturally, we're just going to run this ball with Zach Evans here. We're going to bounce to the outside, and it is gain of 1. I mean, that's easy. Very shocked at the Raiders play calling of that last drive. But Who am I to tell the Raiders how to frickin' choose play calls? And I spaced out and I missed the extra point. My goodness, guys. Ah, the team's a work in progress. I'm a work in progress. It's all fine. But let's not take away the fact that we are winning 30-14. After a very close game last week, we came out and we're showing the Raiders the Los Angeles tour right now. So it is a beautiful thing. O'Connell back to snap. And he is going to throw it straight to Fuller. Fuller playing well. Yeah, Fuller's been playing great, honestly. I mean, he's been getting the full-time reps, right? He is a starter that's getting in multiple positions full-time, but he really hasn't disappointed. So that's good to see, and they're going to hit the flat for a gain of 4. Not too shabby here. We're going to look to bring a safety blitz, double safety blitz on the same side here, and we're going to get to the quarterback, John Johnson, and we're going to screw it, do it again. And we are going to, again, get to the quarterback. They went for it on 4th and 4th and 6, 4th and 8, whatever it was right there, and we get to the quarterback again for a sack. John Johnson on the safety blitz. And no, guys, that isn't like some crazy glitch for Madden. Like, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Carson Wentz getting out of the pocket, and we try to throw it, but it was probably a bad pass. It fell incomplete. Here we go. We are in a spread formation. We are on their 19 here. We're going to see what we can do. Oh, man, there's, like, our blocking is terrible right there. Our blocking is god-awful. I mean, it's the second team online, right? So, I don't know. I don't know what to do with the quarterback situation. And we're going to throw it out to Long, and Long has it go straight through his hands. It says it was an out-of-reach pass, but, I mean, we all saw that, right? So, I don't know about that. We're going to go ahead. We're going to go for it. It's preseason. We want to pad stats here. And Nakua is... Wow. Wow, that was a terrible pass by Carson Wentz there. Nakua was wide open, basically, on his way into the end zone there. And Carson Wentz just freaking lobs it, and the safety picks it off. I mean, kind of similar to, not identical, but near similar to last week's play with Stenson Bennett, where we threw it to someone in the end zone, and the ball just found its way directly to the safety. It's kind of weird how that happens. But, you know, it is Madden season, and it's the season to be thankful. So I'm thankful that we're leading 13-14 here, and they are going to hit underneath routes up and down this field, which is okay. They can sit here and waste the time all day. I'm okay with giving them underneath routes, and quite frankly, our team's playing the underneath routes pretty well. So they can have this all day. It is 2 minutes and 24 seconds in the fourth quarter. Again, we're leading 30-14. They are on their 31. And they're going to hammer an underneath route again. Gain of 5, 3rd and 5. Looks like they're going to get a playoff before the 2-minute warning. And they get a wide open number 80, Austin Hooper, I think that is. Wide open. He is going to take it for 40 yards. What happened to the flat routes, guys? Just hammer the flat routes. And Devontae Adams is still in the game. He is just messing us up right now. And we're chilling in a cover 3. Oh my goodness, Madden. Okay, they're going to hammer the flats. We're going to go to a cover 1 robber. Man, cover 1 robber here. And oh my goodness. They're just not looking too great, honestly. O'Connell started off as one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and now he's just He's looking closer to my quarterbacks currently, which is saying something because my quarterbacks don't have freaking Devontae Adams. Come on, guys, let's play some good football. There we go. There we go. It was 2nd and goal. They're at the 2. And it is a close one. It's a close one here. Not actually, but like in my mind, it's a close one. We don't want them to score at all. And whew, he doesn't score yet. He almost scored right there, but not yet. And again, we're just rocking cover 2. Cover 2 in the end zone. And hopefully we can... He throws an interception! Jones is not taking this thing out. Jones! I use a pick for Jones, and Jones is doing really well. I think he has a sack this game. Was he the one who got the sack fumble? He may have been the one who gets the sack fumble, and he also gets the user pick. Devontae Adams diving in the back of the end zone, trying to lay out for that. But honestly, O'Connell just made a terrible read right there. Terrible read. Yeah, and goodness, let's see. How many offensive points have we scored in this game? I don't even know. But I know we were gifted a good amount of this game. Nakua's deep, and he does not catch it. Not a bad pass by Carson Wentz, honestly. Nakua just doesn't catch it. He's, solid backup, I'd say so far. I like him. I like his speed. But, yeah, we're going to bomb it up to Long. And Long is going to come down with it. Look at that. A gain of about 40, 50 yards right there. Long coming down with it. Carson Wentz had a solid... Alright, sorry. I live by a street and you guys probably just heard a cop car. But Carson Wentz has solid pass right there. And we're going to go ahead, bomb it to Nakua. And Carson Wentz had an errant pass right there. He's not quite getting back to that, that amazing form that he was in with the Eagles. And I'm sure you guys could have told me that. We're going to go ahead and run this with Zach Evans. Zach Evans breaking a tackle, moving out side, and Zach Evans looks great, honestly. He does. I think he's probably going to get in a good amount over a season. He cuts outside. He spins. He jukes. And that was a hard-earned 6 yards right there. Zach Evans playing really well, honestly. We are going to try and get a go-ahead touchdown here. We're going to try and get a go-ahead touchdown here. And let's see what we got. Rolling out. A is open in the corner, and we were under pressure. Under pressure. Story of this game, right? And it's probably going to be a story of our season. Offensive lineman definitely is something we're going to look to get. But let's go ahead. We're going to run 4 verts here and see if we can maybe get a go-ahead touchdown. Nakua in the corner, and he almost gets mossed. It's game. As game. We did pretty well. 30-14. Sorry, outside of some really good defensive play, on offense, we kind of struggled. Honestly, we did not quite what we wanted to do on offense, but ultimately we won. And Aiden O'Connell is a rookie out of Purdue. So for a rookie, he's looking pretty dang good out there. So that's something exciting for the Raiders franchise. And our QBs not looking as hot as O'Connell. Not gonna lie. Maybe we need to make a quick trade. But Carson Wentz got the massive bulk of the snaps here. And 174 passing yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. One of those interceptions was me, 100%. But one of them was just Carson Wentz. It just was. Nick Foles really didn't. He had about half as amount of opportunities as Carson Wentz did here. And, that's kind of the way it happened. We scored 2 defensive touchdowns during his time, so he was not on the field that much. So going into this next game, we're probably going to have to see a little bit more of Nick Foles. And I don't know if Carson Wentz is the guy, but we're going to have to see a little bit more of Nick Foles. Zach Evans. he performed very, very well for us. He did some great things on the ground. Almost a 10-yard average, one touchdown. We probably should have ran it a little bit more, but the big question mark right now for us is our quarterback. Who's going to be our quarterback? So that's really what we were trying to hammer out. We kind of had a good idea that Zach Evans out of Ole Miss was going to find his way on the offense, either as a sub running back or some sort of specialty position. We knew he was going to find his way this year in his rookie season. So, I mean, it's nothing new. The kid's looking like something special. And then receiving, Skronik doing really well. He was our only receiving touchdown, and you could tell the moment he left was the moment our receiving really went downhill, and he is injured. So we're gonna have to see what that injury entails. I think it was a dislocated shoulder, so we gotta see where he's at. Hopefully he can be back at the beginning of the regular season here. And then defense. So our defense did pretty solid. So we had a slew of people tied for total tackles at 5. Johnson was one of them. Brooks, I'm pretty positive, did not get in nearly as much as Johnson, and he got 5, so he was looking good. Kobe Durant, he probably got in a good amount, but he's been looking good every time he's been in, so that's nice. Fuller has been looking very good, and same with Lake. Lake's been getting those sacks, man. And pause. Okay, yeah, Lake's been getting those sacks, and yeah, that's so far doing pretty well there. John Johnson also had 2 sacks, 2 back-to-back sacks. So that's good to know. Again, he really does his best work when he's on as a linebacker. I think when he's down in that box, that's when he does the best work. Pause. And then again, Byron Young gained a pick 6 and a fumble recovered touchdown. Ernest Jones also getting a crucial pick, doing very well, and I think he was also the guy who got the sack that forced the fumble. Let's see. Yes, he was. So look at that. These 2 players playing off of each other. We like to see that. And all these guys who performed well are decently young. So I think we may be in a better position than we had originally thought we were. So far, we're doing pretty good. Obviously, biggest question, what's our quarterback going to look like? And at this moment, we really don't know. I think we're going to see Nick Foles and maybe a little bit of Stenson Bennett, depending on how Nick Foles does in this next game, right? So if Nick Foles is just killing it, we probably have made our decision at that point. I'm just being honest with you. We probably have the rest of the players. We kind of have an idea who's going to hit that starting lineup, who's going to get cut, who really hasn't done much. And yeah, so it should be exciting to see. And guys, if you stuck with me this long, thank you very much. Go ahead, like, subscribe. You know what to do. You guys know. You hear it from everyone. You know. But thank you for showing the support, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time. This is Freddy Football. We out.